Sarcarrogance production.
So it's nice that you've already gone through it. This isn't the ops Mac. You have nothing to worry about. I will not ask you anything incriminating. If you do telling yourself, that is on you. You telling yourself that is on you. It ain't got nothing to do with me, man.
What's the name of Uncle Poochie's podcast?
6 Feet Under.
6 Feet Under podcast.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Whenever this message reaches you, listening to another video for the 6 Feet Under podcast. I am your 5'9" host with sophisticated ignorance, Uncle Poochie. He's here, ladies and gentlemen. The bully.
Yeah.
He's here. I'm not even gonna go into introduction. I'll let him introduce himself. Go ahead, bully. Step into the mic and tell the people who you are.
I'm Mac, aka the karaoke bully, aka Fat Boy Swag, aka the Mac Train. You know, one half of that Are You Serious podcast. You know, you can find me over, on Are You Serious podcast along with my co-host Mitchell.
You already starting off like that, dog. You already choosing bro. You call Mitch. You know what? Don't worry about it, Mitch. Baby, your time is coming. You gonna be on the show, man. You gonna be your side of the story. Okay. If you guys,
Look, it's rare that I get to be a guest on somebody's show. You feel me?
Oh no, it's in due time, Matt. It's in due time because the people need to hear you. They need to see your face. You Clayton Bisbee. They won't see your face. You know what I'm saying? They gonna go see you out here. But this is my man, Mac. He's part of the SMG family. Shout outs to the gang, SMG gang, Sarcarrogance the group. I would say about our names, but bro, I ain't gonna lie. It's like Wu-Tang at this point. I don't know who in, I don't know who out. I just know there's a collective of motherfuckers and we in this group. So right. That's what it is. But I'm very happy to have this brother on my show. Once upon a time, before they kicked us off live, we did a live show called The Three-Headed Monster. We still got some stuff in working, but I'm very happy to have you on my show, Mac. Thank you for being here today, brother.
Thank you for having me, man.
Man, no problem, bro. I mean, I'm gonna say, bro, I'm
all the time in the meeting.
Well, here's the thing, Mac. It's all about timing, my brother, and you gotta coordinate. I know that's the problem with you young players nowadays. Y'all know just gotta coordinate. Y'all know how to coordinate. You know, y'all just wanna jam it in there. Gotta rub it up. You know what I'm saying? Nah, bro. I've just been super busy, and I thought about that earlier when I was thinking about preparing for the show. I was just like, damn. I remember when I would tell people I had a podcast, and they would roll their eyes, like they would legitimately roll their eyes. Like, oh, okay, you got a podcast? Who you think you is, Joe Budden? I didn't even know who the fuck Joe Budden was outside of pump it up. I thought he was a rapper. And now when I have people like yourself, talented, who are like thoroughly interested in coming on the show, you know, it's very, very appreciative. And I appreciate you, one, for wanting to be here, and one, for allowing me to have you on it. So thank you for that. Mitch, like I said, I don't know if you're the co-host. I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it at that. So I know Mitch gonna hear this and be like, man, fuck, man, nigga, yo gonna come on, call me a co-host, not gonna say nothing.
Nah, man. Nah, he this is my get back from him doing another show, and I heard some things that he said about me. So I said, okay.
He's doing shows? Oh.
Yeah, he was on another podcast, the Pretty and Gritty.
Oh, shout outs to Pretty and Gritty out there. That's the SMG gang over there too. Pretty and Gritty, I'm gonna be honest with you. They some man eaters. I didn't say it. You said it. I'm gonna call them man eaters. Mac gonna call them ratchet, but they some man eaters. I fuck with Pretty and Gritty. Those the homies over there. I never knew nothing about 97 North. Is that what it is called? 97 North out there?
Yeah.
Is that's y'all freeway out there in
Baltimore? Yeah, it's a highway around down where they live at.
Oh, okay. All right, because it's I-10 over, I'm sure you listen to Down South rap, you already know about I-10, so you know how you get down. But Mac's my man, dog. I had conjured up the idea to have Mac on many moons ago, like he said, but just shit kept getting in the way. But we're here now, and the reason why I wanted to have Mac on the show is, you see, I know he looks nice, soft, and cuddly. Yeah, he has a Gerald Levert vibe going on, but this man. Oh, Mac, would you? Okay, hold on, Mac. Let me back up. Let me back up, Mac. I know he looks like a thug. He looks like an angry black man. How do you want me to describe you, Mac?
I just want to look like a regular person. Like, why I gotta be cuddly and then Gerald Levert, and then next thing you know, I'm angry black man. Like, I'm
Because
just me.
nope, Mac, you can't be that. Nope. I don't know.
I can't just be me.
No, you can't. Have you watched the television? A black man cannot just be himself. What are you talking about, Mac? What
shit?
How many people have you shot? Don't answer that question.
Everybody had to take a sip on that one.
Yeah, I was gonna say don't answer that question. I was just playing. Don't answer that question. But no, seriously, man. I wanted to have Mac on because Mac is not Mac's not your everyday black man. I don't think anybody's an everyday anything, but Mac, like myself, I'm trying to say this in the most polite way, but then say it in a way that they want it to be said. But it's just like you see Mac, you look at Mac, and you wouldn't know that Mac, does karaoke. I would never have thought in a million years Mac you sang karaoke. Then you hear Mac's taste in music, and he's talking about the barge and all these things, and I'm like, damn, Mac, I thought you was banging that new whatever rapper song. And it's like, oh, you're multifaceted. Oh, you mean like there's different sides to you outside of just liking rap music and drinking 40s with your homies? It's crazy. How do they do that, Mac?
I ain't had a 40 in over 10 years, man.
Man, listen.
They still drink those?
Listen,
I'm pretty sure they do in the West Coast.
Yeah, they do, bro. They do. Bro, I walked outside of an apartment the other day. They was drinking Four Locos at 8 a.m. I said, wow, your liver must be made of like iron or something. Four Locos. Do you remember those?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember those before they got rechanged. They had too much like alcohol to like whatever to it, because it was passing out. Niggas
Right.
ain't no snapping, just dying on niggas. This shit was crazy. But no, I wanted to have Mac on because Mac, you're your father, correct?
Right.
Your
Father of two.
Father of two. Okay. Boy and a girl, right?
Yep.
Okay. So you see this world for what it is and not for what it ain't anymore as a father, I would imagine now, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. It's like I don't have any kids, and I tell people all the time, like, the older I get, the more I start to realize why there were certain rules put into place, for me as a black person. And then, back then I used to say shit like it ain't fair or it ain't right or whatever it is. And now I'm just like, bro, it's just life. And I'm sure you being, on this earth 30 plus years probably would say the same. Like, hey, what's the F word? Who uses the fair word in this world? Whoever says anything's not fair, I would really think of them, especially if you're a black person. If you tell me something ain't fair, I would tell you must ain't lived long enough. Because I don't know when they ever made America fair for black people. I was there ever a time for that, Mac? I don't know. You're a little bit older than me. Okay. So all this complaining and shit I be hearing from my counterparts, people, my age or younger and shit, when they be telling me, oh, well, it's not fair, so and so. I'm like, whoa, where the fuck did you get that word from? Like, ain't shit ever been fair for us. But yeah, Mac, I think one of the things I like about you, man, is that as a person with life experience, one thing I can say about you that is really, really impressive is your ability and your want to learn more. Like I've like met you, and I think met you probably like now going about 6-8 months ago when we met, like a little bit right before the summertime. And it was never, I mean, now Mac has his feelings about things, and that's fine. Everybody should have their feelings about things. But I never knew you to not at least be like, well, okay, all right, well, I can hear you. Nigga, I might not agree with you, but I can like hear what you got going on because I'm willing to see at least somewhat of what you're saying. Now, would you say that came through experience of living, or were you just always like that, Mac?
I say a little bit of both.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm gonna really say more of experience of living. Mm-hmm. As you get older, you start to realize certain stuff. You feel me? You have to. Sometimes you have to take a step back and look at things through other lenses. You can't look at things through your lenses all the time. Everything's not in black and white. There's always a gray area. So you gotta live in reality. You can't live in your reality. You gotta live in the real world's reality.
nigga, you are spitting. You are spitting because as somebody who is just about to enter their 30s, like legitimately next year I'll be 30. I have no children, but you know, I've been pretty much out on my own since maybe 18. You know, I was one of those people when you turn 18, get out your mama's house. I did that. I was because you know that whole grown factor and shit like that. You know, like I came back, left, all that stuff. But you said live in the world's reality. That's really big because I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, a lot of people's problems, especially when it comes to like our people at least, is that we want to live like in our reality. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when we get in trouble, i.e., like working for people who don't look like us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
By the times I've been in jobs and I've seen like a black person do certain things, I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. And I used to think like, man, you shouldn't act like that in front of like white folks, or you shouldn't act like that in front of people. And as I got older, it was like, no, bro, you should just keep that inside of your crew, inside of your clique. Like that's cool over there with your people, but everybody ain't your people. So you need to be able to read the room, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? And
You
so,
gotta,
what was that, Max? Say it one more time.
you gotta camouflage it.
Thank you. You gotta camouflage it. You gotta it's what's the term? I'm sorry. It's a term for code switch, is what they call it. Code switching, like going into work and being professional basically. And knowing like, okay, well, we ain't gonna do that, we ain't gonna do this. And so code switching is very important to being successful as a black person. But Mac, a lot of people say code switching is selling out. Have you ever felt like you yourself have like sold out to like improve your lifestyle, or like you switched it up and now you don't feel the same anymore, or you don't feel true to who you used to be? You ever felt that way before?
No, I would say that I adapt to certain situations,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't I don't think I code switch like 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know how to adapt to certain situations. I know when to turn it on, when to turn it off.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm always gonna have, you know, my own values and things like that
Yeah.
to myself. So
Yeah. Nah, that's important, man. Because the word, again, another word you use is important, adapt. Because like I remember me and you both grew up in the era of Allen Iverson. And Allen Iverson had the coolest tattoo, I used to think. It said the only the strongest will survive. And realistically, as I've gotten older, I've redirected that and said maybe not the strongest, but the most adaptable will survive. Because realistically, bro, you can be strong as shit and you being strong in the wrong situation. Like me and you both have probably dated some very, very strong women and been like, yo, sis, you can stop being so goddamn strong. Okay. You should ease up a little bit. And even maybe in yourself, you probably found yourself being strong. And it's like, bro, like maybe you should just,
right.
adapt, like you said. And so that's really important because I think, like, God rest his soul, man. We lost a real one this week from my hometown. Dolph was murdered out there in South Memphis. And, my heart really goes out to him because it's like that's another soul lost over some bullshit. I don't care whatever it was over some bullshit. And you think, right, he got shot and murdered in a city he was from, like many, many rappers have been. A lot of
Yeah.
rappers. And Boosie said it the best: "Get out of your fucking town. Don't come back." And a lot of people will take that as this is my city. This is my city. I ain't got. One of the best TV shows ever, if y'all never watched it, is The Wire. And not because it was in Baltimore, not because motherfuckers was shooting up, bang bang. It's because one thing The Wire taught me when I used to watch that show was that the streets love no one, like
Nope.
legitimately love no one. Like The Wire was such a great show. And a lot of people have their reasons for why they like The Wire. A lot of people have the reason why they don't like The Wire. But the one thing The Wire taught me was everybody can get it. There wasn't one person in that show who didn't either get got or get shot. And one of the things that taught me from a young age, a lot of people may not know this, but Michael B. Jordan was in that show at the beginning.
Yeah,
And
he was young, real young.
real young. Yeah, real young. You don't even recognize him. He's so young, but he gets whacked. I think it was like season 1. He gets whacked, and he gets shot. He gets murdered because he snitched, and he thought people didn't know. He came back home, and they told him not to come back home, and he came back home. And right before because his homies kill him, if you remember the scene,
Yep.
right before his homies kill him, his homie looks at him and says, "You should have never came back. I told you should have never came back. And then they kill him right before he starts crying, and they shoot him and kill him. And that's it. There's no sad song or nothing like that. That nigga was just dead, and that was it. And that taught me from a young age, when I was just a young man doing things that I knew I shouldn't have been doing, that it's just like, yo, the these people you kicking it with, doing this illegal shit with, or doing these illegitimate things with, they don't love you, dog. They don't love you at all. Okay. And I know they may say it's love, but it's not. I know they may say, rest in peace to another one, Nipsey Hussle. He had a lyric in one of his songs. He said, Brody's the slang, but that don't mean he love you. Because Brody, for y'all who aren't, living in California like me, is basically our way of saying homie, bro, homeboy,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, Brody. So you hear a lot of people say the term Brody, but you just like, that don't mean that that's your friend, you know what I'm saying? You should just keep your eyes open. So would you say, without incriminating yourself, what taught you how to adapt? Was it just life experience, or did you see other people get an example made out of them? Because I got a story for you after that.
Life experience, actually.
Really?
Like, I mean, I'm not gonna go into full extent, but like I've done things in the past, you feel me, like
Mhm.
that I had to learn from.
Mm-hmm.
Certain people I had to learn to stay away from, as you get older. And basically, I mean, it was really having kids that really made me, see life through a different perspective. I gotta do what's right for my kids now. Like it's no more about me. Like when it was just about me, I ain't give a fuck. You feel me? So now it's like, I gotta make a path for them. I gotta make a way for them. So I can't do certain stuff I used to do no more. I can't hang with certain people I used to hang with no more. Like, I mean, I see you, what's up, how you been, keep it moving. Like we cool, you feel me? Like you can always pick up the phone and call me, but certain stuff you still doing, like I can't do it with you.
Can't do it, can't go there, and it's one of those things because my pops was very much like a out of the way type cat, and I remember, because my pops had me young, 22, my mom's 21, so I mean young in perspective, you know what I'm saying. But I remember, my dad saying, like, when he had me, there was no more hangout time. He was like, bro, it just really wasn't about that hangout life. You know what I'm saying? I'm 22 with a kid making $5 an hour. Like, what is there really to hang out with, And what really got me was that I didn't realize what I knew to be true about myself and how reckless I was until last year I got into a car accident, and it was really, really bad, bro. I split a tree. It was terrible, dog. I was obviously in the
Right.
driver's seat, and I ended up, when I opened my eyes, I was in the passenger seat. When I opened my eyes, I was in the car. It shifted me, and crazy. I hit the steering wheel. It was crazy, but by the grace of God, I'm still here. I ain't have a scratch on me. All I had was like kind of like a kink in my neck. What's wild about that is I remember when my dad found out, and he was out of town. He called me, and he was like, "Yo, fam, like, I just want to know, how many more of these do you think you can survive?" Because anybody who knows me knows I had a drinking problem, really, really bad drinking problem. I had a bad drinking problem and a little bit of a substance abuse problem for about 10 years. And my dad knows this, you know what I'm saying? And that's what he would ask me. He was like, how many more of these you think you're gonna survive? And when it was something about that last car accident, kind of reminded me of that scene in Menace to Society, when Kane's granddad asked him, like, do you
Yeah.
care if you live, you die? And that nigga said, I don't know. And I had like that moment. You feel me? I had that moment where it was just like I I I I I I, I do care. Like I want to be alive. And after that, man, it was hard. I put down the bottle. I've been sober since January of this year. It's one of the hardest motherfucking things I've did in my life, honestly. And you do realize that a lot of this shit in life is about adapting. You know what I'm saying? A lot of black people think that you move out of a black neighborhood sometimes and your life gets better. It does not. It does not. Being black followed me everywhere I went. So my question to you is like, when you look at it, Matt, like, I'm sure you've experienced racism, as a black person,
Yes.
of course. How how do you deal with that now that you've adapted and you understand the situation versus
I just laugh at it. Like,
and this is why he's my nigga, ladies and gentlemen, because I do the same thing. You just laugh at it. That's all you can do.
yeah, like, I mean, I had a Karen experience like, about 3 weeks ago. I just laughed at it. I mean, what you want me to do? Like,
well, you want me to do? You like? I'm not gonna hit you. Yeah, I had.
But see, that's the thing, though. They do that to provoke you. That's what they do. That's I'm not gonna say all white people like that, but the ones that are racist, they do that to provoke you. They want a reaction out of you.
That's all they do.
You know?
And Mac ain't lying. You ain't lying, Mac. I work in a service industry type thing. Like my job is like servicing. I sell stuff, but it's service, customer service sales. You know what I'm saying? And I was at my job, and I had to take a payment. And the payment, the woman wanted to pay with a credit card. And you pay with a credit card, you got to do a different system. You got to go through a website. I got to send you a text message, all this other extra crap, right? So I'm telling her, this is what we got to do. She's like, well, is it secure? Yes, ma'am. It's a website we use for everything. Yeah, but is it secure? And I like said it to her the second time, right? I'm like, and I explained to her, like, yes, ma'am. She asked me a third time. I looked at her and I said, or you could just pay cash for this. And I just laughed. And because at that moment, I knew what she was trying to do. She was trying to insinuate that me taking her credit card information in some way, I was going to remember it and steal it. Whatever. It don't matter. It honestly don't even fucking matter. But as Mac just said, I just laughed at her. I just dead ass laughed at her. I just looked, I laughed. And as I started laughing, I could see the anger in her face. And I was like, yeah, you thought you was going to get me, huh? You thought I was gonna start yelling in here and, oh, well, you racist bitch, blah, blah, blah. No. First and foremost, although I will say fuck this job, I kind of need it right now. Okay, you feel me? Kind of need it. Secondly, on top of that shit, and this is how I cut it, and this is how I cut it. And I don't give a damn who gets upset with me about this. I don't care who tries to cancel me. But the thing about me, the reason why I can laugh at racism now is that I live in California, right? And in California, actually, I'll make this point. I didn't even know Dolphin was murdered. I already know Dolphin was murdered. A white kid told me. You wanna know why? Because secretly that nigga wanna be me. Okay? And that's why I laughed at that lady. I said, lady, you can try to be racist to me all you want, but your kids come in here and they see me, they want to be just like me. They want to dress like me. They want to act like me. They want to talk like me. They want to be tough like me. You know what I'm saying? It's all about wanting to be like me. And that's the only reason why you treat me like this, because you know you can never beat me on your worst day, bitch. You can never be the half the best of what I am. So get the fuck out of here. So it's you're so right. And that's the answer. Any young buck, any young player from the Himalayas listening to this right now, check this out, man. If you are ever in a position where someone is being openly racist to you, or they're trying to demean your character, and you ain't did shit wrong, all you need to do is laugh. Just laugh.
That's it.
Just laugh. Because believe me, your laughter is going to piss them off. And if someone gets mad at you for laughing at them for some shit they did, believe me, they didn't do it without ill intent. They did it to piss you off.
You gotta kill it with kindness, man. That's what you gotta do. That's when they really get mad. That's when they really get mad. When they don't see the reaction out of you that they want, they really get mad then.
Mad. That's when when they speak to a manager or I'm going to call the authorities. Call whoever you want. By the time you call them, I'm going to be gone anyways. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, it's one of those things that it upsets me because, ever so often they do get us, and people will bait switch, black people into doing shit. And it's just like one of those things where I have to tell, my brothers and sisters, I'm like, hey, bro, chill out, son. They already think we're overly emotional anyways. You know what I'm saying? Which is not necessarily us being overly emotional, motherfucker. You being rude. And I'm only just standing up for myself, but whatever. I don't even have to go into all that. But yeah, no, you're not wrong. You're not lying, man. Just laugh. Just laugh. Especially when you look like us. When you dark-skinned black men and with a beard and it just, I don't know what type of Mandingo shit people be thinking we on, but well, I just don't. I mean, the box people try to place me in sometimes, I just laugh. Because you would never assume that I graduated from a public Ivy League institution. You never assume, that I've been to Europe and traveled the world. You never assume that I'm as educated as I am, because really that's none of your fucking business. It's none of your business. But to be honest with you, why do I need to show all that for you to respect me as a human? I don't be getting that. I don't be getting that. But that's people's life. Now, let me ask you this though, Mac. I'm gonna ask you something. You can be honest if you want. Dating as a black man, is it hard or is it easier dating within our group? Like, are you thoroughly just staying with our Nubian Nuggets, or do you ever catch yourself thinking like, man, I need to get the fuck up out of this? Like, this ain't working for me no more. I mean, you got two kids, so I mean, and those are your kids are black, right?
Their dad's black.
Oh,
So it don't matter who I had to raise them by, you know, they're black. Like,
yeah, sure.
yeah, their mom's black too, but I'm just saying it don't matter who I slept with, they're still black.
Mac, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's not some people who believe that. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Some people don't believe that. Some
Black is
people,
the dominant race, man.
and people don't believe that. Be real with you. And there's some people who's like, well, my dad's black, but blah blah blah. Nah, son. As soon as you hear it said my dad's black,
Black is the dominant race.
I'm like, son, I ain't hear nothing after you said black. I'm gonna be so real with you. I heard black, I just be like, okay, so you're a Negro. That's cool. But nah, man, like, so do you stay in that realm with black women? Like, cause I mean, they can push us in the most positive direction. I feel like, black women can. But I have
But they
my
also pull us too.
I was just gonna say, then they can put us in a very, very dark space. And that's where I get
Nah, I stay within our race. Now, I'm not gonna say I haven't had thoughts of dating outside of our race,
mhm,
but I can't see myself dating outside my race.
mhm.
Now, I might have relations outside my race, but to bring a different colored woman home
Mhm.
to my parents' Thanksgiving dinner, I can't do it. I'm sorry.
You don't want to be the cousin that's
Yeah, I
bringing.
can't do that. I mean, now I will say that I might go Latino.
I mean, granted, that's just another shade of black. Honestly, it's
Yeah, I might go Latino, but they crazy. Like
I
they
have dated.
crazy.
I have dated. What's funny yesterday is at my job, this dude came in and he was like, "How about Espanol?" And I was like, poco. And I started speaking to him in Spanish a little bit. And so he was like taken aback because clearly I am not Mexican at all. And he started speaking to me like deeply in Spanish. Like, oh, lo siento, un momento. You know what I'm saying? And he like basically asked me in broken English, like, how do you know Spanish? And I was like, my ex-girlfriend was a form of Spanish. And boy. So yeah, crazy. I can sign off on, man. I mean, good cooking, great cooking. Crazy, yes, yes. Now, in your opinion,
And to be honest, they're actually loyal. They're loyal as fuck.
to a very, 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 very strong default, to a point where you got to be like, hey, you probably should not be as loyal. That's
Like they are loyal as fuck, but they're crazy. Like you turn that switch on, there's no turning it off.
or you try to leave, or you try to leave. In my case, you try to leave. You ain't leaving.
That's the type of loyalty they have. Like
Yeah, you're not leaving. Like she was like, you're leaving a body bag before you leave me. I'm like, hey, yo, a body bag. But hey, tis his life. But when you look at it, you're ooh shit. Sorry, man. Getting old, man. You have weird things pop in your brain and stuff. You be forgetting stuff. But when you look at it now, your connection with black women, would you say you stay down with them outside of just the fact that you are also black, or is it just because of the connection? Like in my head, the reason why I can never see myself really dating anyone who isn't black is because there are so many struggles, so many little things that we not even just struggles, so many little things, nuances of being black that I don't have time to teach people. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to teach you why I want motherfucking sweet potato and not pumpkin. Okay. All right. I don't have time to teach you the words of Maze. You need to know a Maze song off the back. When I say happy feelings, you know what I'm saying? I need you to know what the fuck I'm talking about. All right. I don't nah. I agree with you, man. I can't be that cousin coming to the cookout and teaching my girl how to do electric slide. It's like, girl, you need to know how to do some of this shit in your heart. Like this is just not gonna make it. But no, in all honesty, I don't give a fuck how bad this sounds. I I think I want kids, And I don't want to have to explain to my child why, as a black person, we don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And then you go to your mama's side of the family and they like, well, we do it like this. And it's like, no, we the fuck don't. Okay. And that's just what made me stick with them. But I will say the downside sometimes with dating some of our sisters is and correct me if I'm wrong, is the money thing, the money talk. Because I feel like in the black community, you could be the lamest motherfucker in the world, but if you got money, boy, do we excuse a lot of shit, man.
Yeah.
We excuse a lot of shit for people who got money. And it's just like, I get it. Money is important, but it don't excuse you being lame, bruh. Like some motherfuckers get money and they just, I don't even know how to put it. I saw this interview one time years ago with Holyfield. And if you all don't know who Holyfield is, you are way too young to talk to us. But Holyfield got like 100 kids, y'all. And his brother, yes, his brother was like, yo, what's up, dog? Like, you gotta stop this. And Holyfield, I mean, from what I know about Holyfield, he seemed like a cool dude. Like, I don't know nothing bad about Holyfield, you know what I'm saying? But like, to have all those fucking kids just because you got money don't mean you need to be having all these fucking kids. I mean, like, I feel Nick Cannon. You want to spread your seed? That's dope, bro. But this kind of lame, buddy. Like, having all these children, you gonna fuck somebody up down the line because you can't be there for all these goddamn kids. So you being a dad, how do you see that? Like, are you gonna have more kids, or do you think you tapped out at 2? I mean, because 2 is a lot.
I think that if I do have more kids, if I'm gonna have to be married, I can't do it no more. If we're not committed. So.
Now,
the thing you touch on about with Nick Cannon, like, I mean, he got the money to take care of the kids. Don't get me wrong, but at some point, like, he did say, he want kids, and like, he really don't want to be with the moms. Like, what type of father figure you setting though?
The Sarcarrogance Sunday. This is featuring the people of Sarcarrogance, like Papa the Jester, he the boss. Nia Simone, she the young one. Tasha, she's the great. King Mac, he's a king. Megan Better, she's always doing better. Shayla Ron, she gangster with it. Quana and Della, you know what it is. Uncle Pooche, he's 5'9". Rodney, that's the homie. Doc, he's a doctor. Oh my God, it's Key. And we got Love Lit Journey. Making Money Mitch, you know he's gonna do it. Best friend, he's a white man. KL Lonnie, she a witch. Hale and Turner, them boys good. Coming soon, Sarcarrogance Sunday. How was your boy?
It was it was a time in my life when, I had, I wasn't gonna say I had a lot of money, but I was well off. You feel me? And it's like people see you and they like, oh, he got money, let's go hang with him. Like, then you gotta try to decipher are these people genuine or not. You feel me? Like, it was a time when, and I wish my brother was here to converse with, like, I used to walk around with, the Louis Vuitton glasses and the chains and the rings. We go in the strip club. They'll tell them straight up, I play for the Ravens. You feel me? And it looked, on appearance, it looked like, I got money. I play for the Ravens.
Yeah, you look like for the Ravens.
Special treatments and shit like that. But nah, like, money ain't everything. Money can't buy you loyalty. I think loyalty is the most important thing.
Yeah. No, I tell people all the time, and that's another word right there, loyalty. That's the L word I care the most about, because people think it's about love. And I want to be loved. I want people to love me. I don't need you to love me. I need you to love me. No. I mean, I would like for you to love me. That would be nice, but are you going to be loyal is way bigger of a factor for myself personally. Because as Max said, the money does not buy loyalty. I think about, again, go back to Paid in Full. Mitch thought that Cameron was his man. He thoroughly thought that nigga was his man. That nigga, they was in jail together. He sliced the nigga up for him. You know what I'm saying? Ace got shot, killed that nigga for him. It's like, this the man. But had Mitch really been paying attention,
he was just trying to get close to him. That's it.
The whole time. That was all he was trying to do. He had no loyalty to him. And you actually see that, just if I'm going on this little bit of tangent, if you know this movie, you actually see that in the first scene when they're sitting there shooting and talking about betting money. And before they're shooting that into the trash can, Cameron tells a story about how he took the cake and mushed it in bruh's face, and no one finds it funny. But he finds it funny because it's all about power to him. And that and you're not lying, Mac. That is when you will perceivably have money, it is odd the way people want to stand next to you, and you're like, well, what you here for? And that's when you get really, really suspicious. And I told a friend recently, I said, I don't know if I want people to think I have things. And she said, what do you mean? I said, I've been there just like you, Mac. I've been in places with the drop top. I had a drop. I had a drop sitting on 18s. Nice little thing, nice little whip. Motherfuckers thought I had all the money in the world. You know what I'm saying? I had I crashed. True story. Smashed up the gray one. Bought me a red, like Pimp C said. Went and got me a new Impala. You couldn't have bought me for $1,000. Motherfuckers thought I was paid. And in that time period, my substance abuse and my drinking took over. So I lost it all. I lost it all. You know what I'm saying? And as I started reaching out to motherfuckers, like, hey man, let me out. You know what I'm saying? What's up? Motherfuckers, as you said, when I was well off, it was nothing for me. Oh, here's this. Oh, here's that. When I fell off and, I'm not looking too well, it's like, you ain't looking too good. And it's like, nah, I'm not. And then, you reach out with your hands out and I ain't got it, But now I'm doing this podcasting. We've been doing this podcasting, this thing. I've been doing it for 2 years. You guys have been doing a great job. Shout outs to Are You Serious Podcast, by the way. Let me give them their roses for a second. If y'all haven't checked out that show, out the gate, I messaged them and said, hey, yo, y'all got something special, because I'm not really, I'm not a big rah-rah person, but what I am is an analytical person. And analytically, I saw you guys had something from like your first promo video. I was like, man, you motherfuckers got something. So shout outs to y'all, man. I'm so proud of y'all for doing it over there, man. I'm so proud of y'all.
Thank you.
No problem. Shout outs to Mitch. Y'all niggas is love. But
my co-host.
Bro, he's going to kill you when he hears this shit. Mitch know one thing. He know how to comment on YouTube. He man, goddamn co-host.
That's fine.
But the thing about the thing about podcasting that you've probably seen or will see very soon, at least I know I see because I live in LA, is that it's gonna start making people look at you and be like, oh, you do a podcast. Now, citing the fact that you guys have such a good, you guys got a good flow with what you got going right now. I feel like y'all look and feel as though you have the validity of motherfuckers who've been doing this for years, although y'all just started this year. That's going to get really weirder, Mac, the farther you get into this thing and people start asking you the most ungodly fucking questions. Oh, do you know so-and-so? Can you get in touch with so-and-so? Oh, I like blah, blah. And you're going to get some people that you like, oh, we got podcasts you be on. And they're going to tell you shit like, oh, yeah, when y'all get to a major network, holler at me. No. And this is where things get really funny. And this is where we'll transition to my last conversation piece. We'll talk about how many phone calls, text messages, DMs do you think you're going to have to miss before people start calling you fake? Or have you already gotten there? Newfound fame.
I typically answer everybody. You feel me? Unless I just don't want to. I'm not obligated to answer people. You feel me? So I try to answer everybody though, but it comes a certain time where it's like some of that shit is just like, I'm gonna say some people just don't know how to word stuff, and it just comes off as stupid. And I'm like, I'm not even gonna answer this. Like,
the questions are just gonna get dumber. I'm telling you, Mac. They're just gonna get dumber. I'm telling you, the questions will get dumber because I found the higher you go, the more people want to either test your character or get you out of your character. It's like, Jay-Z once said, a wise man once told me not to argue with fools because people from a distance can't tell who is who. And it's going to get to a point where you're going to see, I mean, you've seen it, you know, we have our group chats that we in. I've seen y'all DMs all the time, people saying the most outlandish shit to me about shit that ain't true. Like, oh damn. Like, I think the funniest group chat, the funniest message, I don't know if you saw it, it was in group chat I sent to when dude wrote me and was like, oh snap, you gay now? Hey man.
Yeah, I've seen that. Now, actually, you know, people actually reached out to me about you, and I'm like, man, that's my man. Like, you had to ask him that. Like, I don't get to his personal life like that. You had to ask him. That's what I'm saying. Like, people actually reached out to me and asked about that, and I'm like, nah, ask him. Like, that's his personal business.
That's me, man. It's just my personal stick. And the thing is, I realized when I first started podcasting, right, that to make a good podcast, you were going to have to be not necessarily raw, but real to an extent, you know, something relatable that the people could feel. And one thing about me is I've always been a goofy ass individual. Always been goofy, right? Always been silly. But when I was drinking and I had a substance abuse problem, I was very much more aggressive. I was very aggressive and I didn't actually know it. I thought I was just being me. But I spent a lot of time and, you know, people would tell me, it was like, dude, it's kind of hard dealing with you because the first thing out of your mouth is someone says something you like, it's like, I'm slap the shit out of you. And to me, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. It's just a common remark from me saying, hey, stop doing what you're doing, because that's how I was taught. Like, hey, stop that, slap shit at you. But people hear that, you know, and you know, I'm not a small guy. Mac's not a small guy in the sense, not saying we're like fat individuals, but not small people. So when we look at you and say, hey, yo, stop playing, I'm gonna slap shit at you. Again, goes back to that Mandingo thing, I guess, being, you know, dark skin with beards, people be like, oh my God, this motherfucker gonna murder me. And it's like, dog, I'm just fucking with you. So I like, in actuality, if I could have a confession, I started acting more so goofy on the internet to a T to lighten up my image for people to stop being so fucking scared of me. Cause it just became too much. I didn't understand why people were so afraid of me for no fucking I still don't understand why people are afraid of me. I think I am one of the silliest motherfuckers in the world. If you guys watched our lives, you will see that. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing lives. Sometimes I'm laying on my stomach with my feet kicked up in the air. Mac like, hey, yo, dog, for real. What are you doing?
Don't remind me, man. Don't remind me.
We doing lives. I'm over here putting baby oil on my chest. Like, so yeah, then I'm talking to the nigga. And then, you know, it's like, yo, what the fuck are you putting baby oil on? I'm like, yeah. Y'all don't put baby oil on? Like, hey, yo, Pooch, bro, stop. Half the reason why we're not doing the lives right now. So
that's definitely part of the reason why we're not doing lives now.
Because this guy right here don't know how to act. I think it was your sister or somebody who was in the chat. I don't know, like a good friend or somebody. I remember one time I was cuddling a pillow, and she was like, "Hey man, I'm gonna hop this live. This motherfucker don't stop cuddling that pillow."
I think that was my sister that said that.
Yeah. But it's just multifaceted, y'all. Like, you gotta understand, like, a good amount of what I do is already entertainment. But then also it sucks, but a good amount of what I do sometimes is I have to do it because it's just one of those things. And coming in and looking at me, I don't have, I think, a welcoming face. So it's like sometimes I have to lighten up the mood, which again I fucking hate that I have to do that, but it's just adaptability and things we have to do. With that being said, Mac, before we get up out of here, any other things you got going on? Anything you want to touch on, Mr. Bully Man?
No, not really. I mean, I just want y'all to tune into our show too. You know, tune into our podcast. Because, you know, we're not just a podcast that's a show, but we're a show that's a motherfucking podcast. So, yeah, you can catch us every Tuesdays, 12 a.m., you know, on YouTube, Anchor.
They're on all the major platforms. I believe y'all on Spotify.
Yeah, all the major platforms that play podcasts, like, you can catch us.
And then also part of the Sarcarrogance Media Group, SMG, the gang. So you can find them on their YouTube page as well. Mac's a singer, guys. I didn't know that. I didn't ask Mac to sing today, but Mac can sing. I'm telling you.
This guy here.
Don't think I didn't see that video, Mac. Yeah, I think I didn't see you. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, stop this video right now. Go to Are You Serious Podcast and see Mac sing The Barge. It's lovely.
Yeah, y'all could do that. Now, shout out to my man Pooch. Shout out to Pablo over at SMG. Shout out to my co-host Mitch. He's not here right now. Shout out to Pretty and Gritty. Shout out to Meg the Dawn. Meg, man, I tell you what.
What's up?
I want to give a good shout out to Meg. She's working. Like, she is working. Like, she's doing her thing out there with Drake.
Yeah. Listen, one thing I give Megan is that if she ain't gonna do something, she gonna work. Okay.
Yeah,
she's gonna work. She gonna work. Now, if I had to tell her to chill out sometimes, yeah, but that's love. That's my twin. That's the female version of me. Sometimes I I get people who DM me about Megan, and I'd be like, fam, I swear to God, that's not what you want. I mean, unless you feel like, getting curved and just being told nicely, like no, or whatever the fuck it is. But nah, shout out to Megan. That's the homie. Your co-host, Mitch, he'll be on the show coming up very soon. He wants to talk about his love for women wearing scrubs. Because, yeah, okay. Don't ask me why. Me and him are going to talk about dating in the 60s. Because your co-host, I think he's 67. I think he's 67 going on 68. I don't know. Whenever the World War II ended, that's when he was born.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm fucking with you, Mitch. Mitch is a very, very, very illustrious man.
That's back when they was sending out smoke signals.
Mitch knows how to do Morse code.
Yeah.
Nah, Mitch, all love, man. I love me some Mitch. Mitch is my OG, the barber. Yeah, man. But Mac, again, like I said, man, thank you so much for having, being on. I'm not gonna lie, man. It's flattering as fuck as this show is, guys, because this show, if you've been following me since the inception, started off as something I did in my mama's basement. Legitimately, I did in my mama's basement, and half the time I did it drunk and under the influences of drugs. You know what I'm saying? And now I just do it sober in my own fucking basement, and I do it hungry. Don't know which one's worse, but it's very flattering, as I say it again, because this is the beauty of like podcasting, y'all. I did not know Mac 2 years ago when I started this. There would have been no reason for me and Mac to even cross paths because I live in California. Mac lives all the way in fucking Baltimore. What the hell we were gonna be talking about? A group chat? I have no idea. So the fact that two black men are able to come together and make something and be positive. I like to think we're positive. You can think the fuck you want, but I like to think we're positive. And push the needle forward. Mac, your son's gonna look back at this, 10, 15 years from now and be like, yo, my pops was cool as shit. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, if I have any children, they'll think I'm a decent person. I have no fucking idea, but I'm just happy we're able to do this and put this on wax and come together, man. So I really appreciate you for doing that. And I'm gonna sign out here, man. You guys, listen to another episode of 6 Minute Podcast. Please remember to allow the peace, kill the evil that's coming from within you. And until next time, I am out.
Sarcarrogance production. What's the name of Uncle Poochie's podcast? 6 Feet Under. 6 Feet Under podcast.